And Mongolz, they got Bloodseeker Disruptor for some pretty powerful setups. They do have the Nature's Prophet for push, as well as the Nether Toxin to help push down towers. That does all seem very powerful, but in the early game especially, Mongol's draft is kinda weak. So they need to overcome the early and mid game stage here. We're gonna load in, so I'm gonna do my ads or my overlays real quick. Give me a sec.
Prepare for battle.
Okay, so Proxy and Honey are gonna encounter each other there. This ward is a pretty obvious one. Immediately gets pinged out. They're kind of debating where it is. Good ward here. Cover most of your bases. Meanwhile, the Radiant put a ward in the middle lane,
30 seconds to battle.
giving Viper some lane advantage. And I mean, Viper against Mirana, it's one of those matchups where neither hero really wins. But it's still way better than the Monkey King, because Monkey King, he gets countered by Viper pretty hard. Monkey King relies on getting low health to stack up the Jingu Mastery and then, you know, recover from low health. Right click someone until you're back at nearly full health. That kind of thing going on.
The prize is mine.
Okay, and we're off. My pro on the mid lane against Aryuka. Alpha Red this time around running the Mirana. Which, I mean, the Glass Cannon Mirana almost worked. There was a bit too much disable for it to really be effective despite the BKB and this might be a similar Mirana build or the exact opposite. We don't know that yet, but we're gonna find out pretty soon. On the bottom lane, meanwhile, Retribution should have an easy time farming up because Clockwork, despite being a pretty hard lane opponent, Retribution, he has the advantage of Bloodseekers, infinite sustain. You can pretty much infinitely heal yourself with the Blood Rage, which doesn't really give Clockwork any opportunity to run at you and kill you off. That's what he does best. On the top lane, Monkey King against Nature's Prophet should be fine for either side here. Nature's Prophet can always be a bit of a pain with the 33 into Rasp. But usually melee heroes with a good deal of damage early on kind of mitigate that a good deal. Okay, so on the mid lane, apparently MyPro and TNT decide to both run Aryuka on the Viper, Aryuka under the tower. Managed to solve up and turn around on both of them with the Nether Toxin damage. And like I said, this matchup isn't really favored for anyone, but now Aryuka gets a huge start off. Pretty much the best start into a laning stage you can have. Two people tower diving a Viper in a row. I mean, that was a brave play if it would have paid off. Especially the first dive, then Alpha Red would have been in a really good spot right now. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet just being killed off there. A bit of an overkill, but no kill like overkill. Always remember that, and that is a much needed return kill in favor of Alpha Red. Especially on the lane where they need it most. Shutting down the big pusher giving you some time to farm up, giving you some time to respond to whatever your opponent's doing. Prophet could be going down again here, and yes, he will.
What's the opposite of regicide?
Mongolz, despite having Viper, gets such a good start. Are now just lose Nature's Prophet twice in a row. And BB super fed on his Monkey King once again. I mean, the last time around Mongolz managed to shut him down successfully, so I think the same thing is gonna happen here, but still it does force a commitment, it does force the response from Team Mongolz, which I don't feel like they want to make. Don't want to rotate, you just want to farm up and wait till the moment where you can actually push the aggression, where you can actually say, okay, we're gonna be the aggressor now, we are gonna force our enemy to do what we want them to, not the other way around. Sankey now being ganked up, the arrow is slightly off the mark. He's just gonna walk away up to the shrine. Well, never mind. Getting turned on now by Team Mongolz. He is a pretty tanky Clockwork, so should be able to easily get away. 3 base armor at like level 3 is not bad. His health pool is also quite easy to work with. Middle lane, Viper's just free farming at this point. Sitting on 41 last hits, going 2-0. But Monkey King is catching up, also free farming.
Denied.
Perfect.
Okay, Mirana's back, lands a stun arrow on Viper. But even if you land a good Sacred Arrow, it's not gonna really enable a lot. Viper has the corrosive skin and could turn around any second, ult you up and just shoot you down. Never mind, it's going to be the next target. And they'll catch him, kill him off. He might be a pretty tanky hero, but when ganked up by 4 people like that, even he is gonna have a hard time. So Mongolz now got a significant lead here once again. Please. Mypro being gone by Viper, but Viper can't really go and commit for a kill. Meanwhile, down here near the bottom lane, Nature's Prophet's gonna go down to 4 people from Alpha Red. The Alpha Red are pretty committed to
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
win a couple of fights right now, and they're doing a good job at that.
Go.
Never mind, gonna go down next then.
Yes.
I mean, this game both offlanes had a bit of a hard game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
If we look at the total net worth, Monkey King not going too shabby. Our Yuka going a tiny bit better, but if those two are going to collide, if those two are going to be forced to man fight, that's going to be one hell of a show.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
My pro, stunned up, slowed up, taking a ton of damage, and is going to get executed here as well.
Top tower is under attack.
Diving deep onto tier 2. Monkey King looking to chase, but is afraid he's going to get kited. TNT coming in. Mongolz just trying to disengage. They touched the roll, but Sanki, I think Sanki's just dead. He doesn't mind that. Turns around, snatch a rune. Just sacrifices himself. He gave Viper a kill. He gave Viper some momentum. Now BB. Looking to enable a kill for Mirana here. Not gonna be an easy one though. If you get up the Jingu stacks, Viper's just gonna kite you around to kill you off. And look at that. Mypro's gonna go down. Now BB coming in. With the solve there, he managed to heal up enough to secure the kill onto Nature's Prophet. Now BB. Probably just gonna go down to Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker hitting him for a ton. And down he goes. So all of a sudden, Mongolz, they're playing this game quite a bit more aggressively, partially because of the two-man random tower dive from Team Alpha Red, and this is really good for Team Mongolz. This is exactly what they need.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There we are. Had to check some production stuff real quick.
Dire's structures are
Since I'm still looking... Wait, we actually got to fight in the mid lane. No time to talk about casual stuff, as Viper's now finally going to go down. And BB, despite no longer sitting at top net worth, despite being shut down once, that feels good. That's gotta feel so good. Killing up Aryuka, knowing, okay, Viper is a whole bit less dangerous. Alpha Red can now just sit back and relax for a bit of breathe.
The seeds of fortune. Mine.
What have we here? Invisibility.
Never mind. It's going to go down on the bottom lane. Sanki meanwhile at MyPro. So both teams, okay, altogether it looks like Alpha Red are heavily favored in that trade. Although it's not that big of a gold swing, and this just creates space for Viper to farm. Generally Mongolz have the better late game, so I'd say it's not that big of a deal for Alpha Red here. And they know that as well. They're gonna go for a smoke gank, which could be a really big deal. Since a good fight is exactly what Alpha Red are what Alpha Red are in need of now. Retribution is probably just gonna go down here. He's getting slowed up, the medic taking him down. Gets executed there by MyPro. Bound to strike a minute as well. Making sure that Retribution doesn't get to see the light of day anytime soon. I mean, his respawn isn't quite that long, but you want to shut people down, you want to prevent people from farming. Let your own team farm up. Let your own team farm up. Since the thing is, Mongolz might have better late game, but there's gonna be a huge power curve in favor of Alpha Red soon, and they want to exploit that to the maximum. Disrupt the ultimate committed here. Keep Proxy alive. Now a rotation in from his team, and a glimpse onto TNT, who, okay, the second arrow there, saving TNT at least a while longer, and the coconut, finally they get him with the Nature's Prophet ultimate. I mean, they did get just an Earth, they only got an Earth Spirit with 2 ults committed. Wait, and on the bottom lane, on the middle lane, only an Earth Spirit goes down. BB went down, the big, dangerous Monkey King, so Mongolz are pulling ahead even further. Sacred Arrow off the mark there. And doesn't really matter, Nature's Prophet's still gonna go down. Now the wraparound's gonna come on in from Aryuka here. Got a disruptor backing him up.
Radiant's bottom tower
Clockwork
is
just
under
getting
attack.
glimpsed back, getting killed off by the Viper.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's
Honey is
bottom
gonna go down
tower
to
is
mid
under
lane to
attack.
Aryuka again. Aryuka going 6-1 and 2. Going for a Maelstrom. Getting himself a ton of DPS up because Maelstrom is a really good item to stack with the Nether Toxin. Meanwhile, my pro caught in a bit of an awkward position. Retribution is gonna run at him. Dropped ultimate coming in now as well. And the next target is gonna be the Monkey King. Monkey King, however, BB still going ham with the lifesteal there. Nate's Prof gonna go down now. Proxy running for his life. Is he gonna be able to get away? Looks like he might actually be, but no. TP is not cooldown. TP is still on cooldown. He could have maybe gone for a lucky TP out, but I think even with TP off cooldown, that wouldn't have been a kill. And 1.3k swing around there in favor of Alpha Red. A much needed fight, turning the gold net worth around by 1,000. Viper is still super dangerous, super fat, but it's gonna take a while to come online. And what I keep repeating, Alpha Red, they can get a really big power curve soon, especially with the Monkey King Battle Fury build. It's one of the, I don't know, I might be the only one who thinks this way, but in my opinion it's definitely one of the best builds there is. Since it might be a bit greedy, but it gives you everything you need if you can complete it in time, of course. It's kind of like Ember Spirit Battle Fury, or like Necrophos Radiance, or like Ember Spirit Radiance, those kind of things where you know it's gonna be hard to complete, you know it's gonna be a bit of a risk to take, not being able to get an early game item which enables you to get a couple of kills, but if you then once get it, it usually pays for itself. With the Ember Spirit Radiance and Ember Spirit Battle Fury, you often have a timer at which you want to buy your item. I'm guessing it's the same with the Monkey King Battle Fury, but the build is so new, I don't know if there is like a rule of thumb for it yet.
The prize is mine.
What have we here?
Or you could just purchase something really expensive which isn't the... Okay, he's gonna go for the Hurricane Pike first.
Mine.
I feel like that kinda undermines the purpose of a Maelstrom, but I guess you're not willing to fight now that Alpha Red has hit their power spike. Monkey King, super dangerous with the Battle Fury.
Haste. Dire's courier has been killed.
My pro, who is kinda underfarmed, is looking to go for Lincoln Sphere. Dire Courier just got sniped. And Team Mongolz, they're gonna go for a small smoke gank, hoping to find a pick off here, I guess. Since Viper isn't committed, it's not gonna be a big team fight. Find BB. They have the damage to kill him. Neeks with Vendetta, Disrupt Ultimate, it's gonna be plenty of damage here actually. Now the Neeks Assassin in a bit of trouble. Getting chain stunned up, silence. And Starstorm is gonna enable the kill Neeks here, but he manages to interrupt the Witch Doctor ultimate before he goes down. With his dying breath, he saves Proxy there. Or I'm not sure if it was a complete save, but at least it saves Proxy a lot of damage. Bug just sacrificing himself in a noble way, giving Mongolz even more of an edge. And the fact that they just killed Monkey King is huge, since Monkey King with Battle Fury usually gets out of control insanely fast. Hookshot in onto onto what? Okay, I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. Either way, Native Prophet in a lot of trouble is gonna go down here. They do have all the damage in the world. Viper Harbor coming in, trying to turn this around. Will succeed at turning this around. Native Prophet tried to trade for a Clockwork, not quite enough. Disruptor. Can't enable a kill on anyone else here, as all of the stuff is on cooldown. So just a quick kill for the Viper, who hits like a truck. And is really benefiting off the Nether Toxin.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
And in... Okay, Neeks. Brave play there. Just sniping off a Witch Duck now, trying to get out of there. Sandkey probably gonna die for this, but Disruptor got his back. Doing his best to keep this Neeks alive as long as he can. Disrupt the ultimate commit as well on the Earth Spirit. Proxy able to teleport out, and the Neeks Assassin Sandkey running for his life is gonna go down. Nice try from Mongolz, but if they would have gotten that, then... I don't know, that's kind of like adding injury to insult. You snipe a kill with the Neeks, which is the thing that Neeks does very often. You create a ton of space for both Viper and Bloodseeker to farm, and then you get away with it. That would just be wrong on so many levels, especially because Retribution about to pick up his Radiance, which stacks even better with Viper. Great synergy with the Nether Toxin there. Viper about to get the Maelstrom as well. And I really have to say it, but Nether Toxin feels broken. It's not the amount of damage you get, it's how reliably you get it. I mean, in a fight, it's your objective to kill the enemy, so you're gonna be dealing damage to them anyways. You're gonna be wanting to focus the target to low health anyways, and then Viper can just help execute him. They should make it some different condition to get the Nether Toxin to proc. An example, for every slow applied by Viper, including items such as Ancient Jasha, something like that, you get bonus damage, because this just feels kind of broken. On average, you get like 100 bonus damage or something from right-clicking somebody. Gets caught, gets executed here. He just committed an ultimate though, and Bloodseeker's gonna come on in, getting himself a double kill, getting himself a triple kill, killing off a 3-man support gang squad. Although the Clockwork was off lane, he kind of plays like a support at this point, you know, switching lane whenever position where one needs it. Even though, you know, your average position 3 would say, okay, I'll switch lane with you because that's what position 3 is supposed to do to a like when a position 1 or 2 needs farm. But you'd still farm your creep wave, you'd still prioritize an item instead of just making sure that the well-being of your carries is granted. And Monkey King, he's now gonna go for an early BKB. I figure he doesn't even need to conserve the charges that much, because in the late game, like super late game, well, super late game, we're talking 45 minutes or so here. Point where, okay, wait, Bloodseeker actually going to go down now that 3 heroes are committed to him. Great initiation. Everybody managed to get in there in time and to make the build work. My pro gonna go down there to the creeps. So, pretty long list of assists being dealt out. Mongolz, they are still ahead by quite a bit. And although Alvaret is about to turn around, or at least that's what it looks like. They had their big power spike and they didn't quite capitalize off it. Maybe with the BKB, yes, but the Mirana kind of feels insignificant right now compared to the Bloodseeker, who's got his Radiance, who's got a Jasha, is about to go for a Manta style, enabling him to purge off some of the nastier stuff that Alpha Reds can throw at him. And even better, you can split push with the Manta style. So nice to just Radiant split push in a game like this one where eventually you're gonna win. Albeit by a really small margin of late game capabilities, you should be able to win this game 9 out of 10 times. I mean, Nature's Prophet is... Okay, no fight starting there. Nature's Prophet is great late game, and he has got the ability to counter the Monkey King really hard. I mean, if you see, okay, from that general direction, the Wukong command got cast, you just cast Treants there, stun Monkey King for 4 seconds, and then have your Viper finish the job. Meanwhile, Sandkey goes down. EB committed the 10-second BKB though, for a Neek's assassin kill.
The prize is mine.
So Alpha Red, they seem to be wanting to swing this game around now. Not compromising here. Committing everything they got just to get kills and keep their advantage going.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Go!
Okay, so Alpha Red going for smoke gank. Looking to stop Mongolz, who are farming up in their tracks. Looks like they will find Aryuka on the Viper. Viper being cocked in, stun locked up, taking a ton of damage now. Is pretty tanky, but not tanky enough. Far from tanky enough, actually. And that's a nice high value kill for Team Alpha Red. They get a disruptor as well elsewhere, over on the top lane. However, in exchange for MyPro on the Mirana. I mean, Mirana is underfarmed, but you don't want to keep it that way. You don't just want to rely on a Monkey King who can get stunned up really hard if his trees get destroyed. Nature's Prophet, meanwhile, going for a bit more of a utility build with a shield. And I mean, the hybrid Nature's Prophet build is one of the best. I think the hybrid is the way to go. Sheepstick is a really good item to have now. Eventually you're gonna need some damage, but you can always get that once you need it. Never mind, meanwhile, got killed off there. Retribution is about to get his Manta style, allowing Mongolz to take this game late if they feel like it. Or to just take a really aggressive fight, because you have the ability to Manta dodge and Manta to purge off any big spells, any major debuffs. To be fair, there aren't that many, because like, the only thing you can really Manta purge would be a slow from the Monkey King. Melodic can't be purged, so that might be an issue. There are no really big debuff items either. Maybe a Science or something from an Earth Spirit, but...
Shadows, take us.
Okay, Aryuka gone on. Stunned up, chain stunned up, magnetized up, Witch of the ultimate committed. He's still tanky as hell, but once again he's gonna go down. Nature's Prophet just playing some red Dota, and Bloodseeker, he can help with that. Send some illusions down lane and clear out the lane a bit. Still not enough to make any super significant differences yet. Compared to an Alchemist or an Naga. Well, Honey about to go down to Sanki here. And we got a Monkey King ultimate committed. Trying to get a good kill here. Instead, it's gonna be the Earth Spirit dying. Monkey King with the BKB running after Sanki. However, TNT just went down and now Sanki gets caught. Can they kill him off? Yes, they can. With the Jingo, that won't be an issue. But Retribution, he had a good fight there for a change. Without the Viper, that was the best fight you can possibly get for Team Mongolz. And I mean, Mongolz, they're gonna maintain their gold advantage, albeit small by now.
Mine.
Okay, I'm gonna check the items here. Monkey King is pretty well fed. About to go for... Okay, interesting. Lincoln Sphere now going for a Butterfly. Pretty aggressive build, a build reliant on getting a good initiation here. Drop to get caught. Will get killed off by Alpha Red. They just clean him off the map. Proxy, not really a lot he can throw out in return there. Now we're gonna see a smoke gank. Try and find nice to kill. Or wait, they're gonna go for the okay. This is a really ballsy move. But if it isn't getting punished, then it could give Mongolz the ability to actually go into enemy territory, push a couple of tier 2 towers and use that momentum to try and shut down Alpha Red in the long run, because right now Alpha Red, they are the aggressors. Mongolz might have a gold lead, but Alpha Red got both Monkey and a Mirana. We got a bit of a disconnect now. So I'm just gonna check up on items here. Viper got the Mjolnir coming in. Nature's Prophet, I wonder if he's still planning to go for the sheep stick. Let's check that actually. I mean, yeah, it does seem like such a good item. If you don't get any mate delays, then you should be good to go. Bloodseeker doesn't have his eyes set on something important. I'd say Skullbasher would be good. Okay, we got the go coming out already. Rana now going for a beat. Since if you're 5th in net worth as a carry, all you want to do is live, survive, and not die every single team fight. That's already a good comeback to live by and play around. Mine gets spotted out there. Mongolz playing this really carefully all of a sudden. They don't want to fight here. At least not unless the Monkey ultimate gets committed first and misses, and look at that. Bloodseeker still getting caught, mischance from the Radiance. Now he's gonna lose his Aegis, but the Assassin is teleporting in there. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Viper went down. As Alpha Red decides to back off on the mid lane. They just killed Ariuka, who is still really big. I mean, Monkey King, of course, with the Battle Fury, there's no way he isn't going to sit at the top of net worth. And he's now going for an Eye of Skadi. Proxy might be in a bit of trouble here as Monkey King goes for him. BB getting Bloodseeker ulted up, but he doesn't really mind. Bloodseeker now getting caught in the Monkey King ultimate is going to be fine getting out of there, but Monkey King, he doesn't mind standing still, surrounded by a freaking terracotta army. Now Sankey getting chased instead. With TNT coming in. Okay, never mind. He actually blink dodged that remnant and should be able to get out of there. Okay, might be able to get out of there since he doesn't have TP, but still a pretty decent chance. The top tower now getting pushed in by Team Mongolz, but it's just gonna get denied by my pro.
Double damage.
And it looks like everything is just gonna be quiet for a while. Mongols are still gonna farm while Alpha Red are making a pretty big recovery with the Monkey King. EB sitting at nearly 3k health. It's gonna get Scotty to make him even more tanky. Well, looks like Sankey might be caught out. Yup, long range arrow connecting there from the backline. Monkey King there as well, just in case you need damage, which you most likely won't. Nature's Prophet, he's got a sheep stick, so at least someone's ready for a fight. It's now gonna go for a Bloodthorn to get that damage I was talking about. Like I said before, you just need kind of the hybrid build here. You don't need to commit to full DPS. No use in that. As long as you have some damage to deal with Monkey King once you get to lock him down, once your entire team or at least your cores get to attack Monkey King, you need to kill him off in a short time. Other than that, no reason to get damage, especially as my pro isn't all too fat yet. Emphasis on the yet because all of a sudden Mongols are falling behind a bit. Their split push keeping them in the game right now. Okay, Alpha Red. They are about to be in the best spot to fight once King secures his Ayaskadi. We're gonna see the Moonlight Shadow committed here, and it looks like... Are they gonna gank? I mean... Alpha Red just committed a Moonlight Shadow, but it's honestly not gonna do much. Okay, it sets a long range arrow on the Bloodseeker actually. Bloodseeker didn't see it coming, ran straight into a sacred arrow. It's gonna go down now. In comes the Monkey King ultimate just in case. Nobody's even gonna be in there. Viper now taking a ton of damage. High Pro going ham with BKB on. Viper is dead in exchange for the Monkey King. That's still a really good fight for Mongols though, as long as they don't lose anyone else. And they won't. Instead, TNT almost getting return killed. They're now never mind turned on instead. Taking a ton of damage. Mirana jumps back in. Kill the Sankey there. The gem is dropped. Alpha Red would like to take that one home, and Nature's Prophet tried to save the gem, but it's just gonna go down himself and drop it again. Proxy still kicking, still trying to make something happen. And Proxy just getting executed here. Alpha Red getting the Mirana triple kill. Mirana, who was kind of the secondary core at best. I mean, that's the best way to describe this game. Constantly being overshadowed by the Monkey King. Now managed to get a decent amount of farm going. Monkey King already pretty much 6 slotted. He can replace some items, eat a Moonshard, that kind of stuff. But he's got everything he needs to fight, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so 5k lead for Alpha Red here. That is still very doable for Mongolz, but Mongolz, they have been playing this game really defensively, only the Nature's Prophet pushing things out. They did get some towers this way, but what Mongolz are actually looking for is a team wipe, or at least, you know, a very polarized team fight towards them. Because that can enable Nature's Prophet to go and split push with an army of Treants. If you want, you can bring Viper into push as well. Nether Toxin, he does a ton of tower damage, of course.
The triangles are linked.
Ghost is about to respawn here,
Dire's middle tower
but
is
really
under
short
attack.
respawn time. Got a really short respawn timing this time around. Could be really nice for Mongols if they get him fast enough, but fighting around the road is super risky for them because of the Monkey King, because of the Mirana as well. Well, Alpha Red smoked up. Will kill, and they will find with the Blink Initiation on Bloodseeker now. Bloodseeker taking a ton of damage. Tries to get away, but will not succeed for pretty much any time at all. BB just getting an easy go there. Can they find more? They want to try and find more, actually, the question here for. And it looks like instead counter initiation on the Earth Spirit there, but Mirana dishing out so much damage. The gem is gonna hit the deck again. Sandkey is gonna go down. Now there's 2 gems on the floor. Monkey King meanwhile kills off Aryuka. Alpha Red now in complete charge of this game. The only one still alive is Nature's Prophet, who might be a bit annoying pushing out lanes and stuff. But it's not like you're afraid of him. It's not like you're saying, oh crap, Nature's Prophet, let's try not to go out of position. Let's try not to approach the Roche in this case scenario. Or, you know, maybe push with the alternative here. And it's gonna be the Monkey King who now gets Aegis. 3.4k health, not bad. 21 solid armor, plus evasion, plus an Aegis. And that with 350 damage. Wukong's command, the Jingu, one of the best late game abilities in the game, and of course the Boundless Strike. So, BB, he's a, I mean, I wouldn't say raid boss because he's not that good at man fighting against multiple people. But he is definitely a force of nature at this point. And he's gonna unleash that all on Sandkey, who's forced to immediately buy back. Now Alpha Red, kinda going for a repeat performance. Just using the Monkey King also with zone. Mirana meanwhile, man fighting it up, dishing out a ton of damage to Retribution. Retribution forced BKB. Is that BKB gonna be enough? It looks like it might. Big Earth Spirit ultimate is gonna come on in, but Viper is gonna go down. Retribution managed to stay alive here. Instead, never mind, it's gonna be turned on. Now BB comes on in, looks to man fight somebody. Is just gonna lose his Aegis, but Alpha Red, they've almost secured the Rex here. And that's what they came for. Even if they lose the Monkey King, which might be huge, it's still gonna be worth it in the long run. And it's maybe Earth Spirit is gonna be the one going down there. Okay, maybe not. But BB is still alive here, still pretty tanky. Finally goes on down to Retribution. Retribution now trying to go on MyPro. MyPro is gonna go down next. So for a change, it's gonna be the support to manage to get out of there and stay alive while the carries die.
What have we here?
So Mongols held their base, but if we look at the total net worth graph, it's been a hard one for them. It's been a really hard one. Mongols permanently held that bit of an advantage up, but the fact that they didn't get to use said gold advantage for anything at all, just gave Alpha Red enough time to find an opportunity to turn around,
The seeds of
exploit that opportunity to its fullest, and now Mongols need to get a lane of Rax sooner rather than later. Getting a mid tier 2 here while 2 of the big cores are down is a good start. Maybe slow sieging from the low ground, but that again is a risk. Yeah, a couple of trees can do some work, I guess, but that's pretty much the biggest extent of push that Mongols got at their disposal here, which they can commit without risking potential loss here. Are Yuka just trying to get farm up? The question is, this game, do you even want to keep money for buyback? Like, regardless of whether you have it up or not, do you want to keep money for buyback? And I'm gonna switch over to buyback statuses now that we're gonna talk about it. Because only Witch Doctor got no buyback, and the Earth Spirit actually on Alpha Red. Never mind, I thought Earth Spirit had buyback there. Okay. Well, Arrow barely missing Proxy trying to teleport out. Mirana will get vision, but the Monkey King is in a bit too late with the giant high damage bound to strike. So are Yuka about to get a BKB in? That's gonna enable him to at least stay alive in fights. An MKB would be so nice to actually DPS down Monkey King. But if you're gonna get stunned up, the fight's lost and you're not gonna get a second shot, and I think he knows that. And it looks like the second game is gonna go long as well. Assassin manages to get out of there.
Illusion.
Just about to buy value Moonshard here. I mean, you could replace a couple of items, I guess, but do you really want to do that? I mean, the only item you would potentially like to replace is the butterfly later on, but you only do that once people got MKBs going, and even then, do you really want to? I mean, it is a good deal of damage, a good chunk of damage to go with your ultimate. Top Shrine getting destroyed for even more gold in favor of Alpha Red. Bloodseeker just went for Dagon. So Mongols, they're completely committed to fight now or fight never. Not sure if I'm supposed to approve of the Dagon or not. I mean, you're kinda cornered here. You kinda gotta do what you gotta do despite the Dagon build not being that crazy when it comes to scaling well. You kinda sacrifice your late game advantage, but do you really have a choice if you're Team Mongols? Mongols, they just gotta win the next fight, capitalize off of that, or they lost this game. They know it, so Dagon coming out.
Double damage. Shadows, take us.
And it looks like we might have a fight on our hands. Proxy, however, is gonna teleport out, and Tenki doesn't get spotted. Unite Shadow committed here. Alpha Red won't find anything with it, though. slow siege is gonna continue here at the bottom lane. Alpha Red actually putting themselves in a bad spot voluntarily. Mirana gets stunned up by the League Assassin. Is able to walk out of there though. And now Monkey King comes on in with the BKB proc, looking to hit people. Viper offers himself up, takes a ton of damage, and the Disrupt is gonna be the first target there. Just squishy support, you don't really mind losing him after he's committed his ultimate, but now Aryuka, that's the target you can't afford to lose here. And Monkey is gonna go down to the Dagon, that's a kill. Meanwhile, Earth Spirit managed to get out of there. The tier 3 tower has fallen. Mirana, however, now dangerously low health and is just gonna go down to the Bloodseeker. Monkey King buying back BB. Alfred, they do want to finish this game now, and they do have the money to be able to afford this kind of play. Meanwhile, the Nature's Prophet ticked off to the medic there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That was the tier 3 tower for a Monkey King buyback and the dead Mirana. So this is not a good spot for Alfred to be in. Despite the Monkey King having enough money to afford the buyback easily, you don't want it on cooldown now. We have 48 minutes in the game, anything can happen now. Potentially we might see something like Divine Rapier pickup. And Aryuka barely living there managed to turn the whole fight around to the end. I mean, if it wasn't for Bloodseeker's Dagon, there was no way that Mongolz would have won the fight because of Monkey King being so tanky against physical damage, but you still need something more reliable, otherwise Bloodseeker is just gonna go down eventually. And Alphabet looks like they want to continue fighting here. Trying to catch the Viper, magnetizing him up. Viper immediately proccing BKB, trying to cope with that, but look at that, Monkey King just running at him. Aryuka getting hit down and is gonna hit the floor. No buyback available for 2 minutes. Alpha Red, they now got a moment to try and finish up another lane of frags. Try and get a lot of work done. Should be able to do so. I mean, Bloodseeker is still very dangerous to go up against. But you got 2 carries. If one of them dies to the Bloodseeker, it's fine. You can really just say, okay, we're gonna sacrifice one of our carries willingly here, and in exchange the other one takes lane of frags. Disruptor buying the refresher orb there. And a good double Disruptor ultimate setup would be. The fact that it prevents items with the Aghanim is just so good against cores like Mirana and Monkey King who really rely on their items. And now being caught by the Disruptor ultimate, not really taking a lot of damage there yet, but is now going to be in a bit of trouble. Earth Spirit just gonna get rid of the Mirana though, as Mirana still right for a ton. Second, oh my goodness, Monkey King is dead again for 2 minutes as well. So Viper is about to respawn, Monkey King is dead, and Alpha Red, they didn't get a Rex out of that. They were kind of indecisive whether they want to fight or push Rex. That cost them their Monkey King, so Alpha Red gotta play this defensively now, despite them having an 8k lead.
The seeds of fortune.
Players here.
Proxy gone on. It's gonna go down. It's just a Disruptor kill. Still a really good hero to take off the map, but a Disruptor kill alone isn't gonna discourage Mongolz from trying to counter push, from trying to actually get some objectives done here. Alpha Red, they still got everything they need to defend. Mirana's actually well fed by now. Got some serious items because you got Monkey King to help you out with, you know, stuff. Wait. Okay, so Roche is gonna be gone on with Viper double damage, and it's gonna be a fast Roche. Look at that damage. Roche is gonna go down. Clockwork trying to go in there to snatch the Aegis, but it's a bit too late. Now Retribution is gonna go down. Eats the cheese though to keep himself alive for a while longer. Honey is dead, almost dead. Manages to get away for it now. Mirana running for her life. Monkey King is about to come in there though and turns the fight around. At least he can if he wants to. And turns out instead he's focused on the base where just a tier 3 tower has been dropped by the Nature's Prophet, who's just gonna teleport out there. Honey got on getting taken down by Retribution. And Mongolz there now, a huge force to be reckoned with. I mean, that Bloodseeker Dagon, I usually don't like that build at all. But this game, it's so effective because Monkey King, he itemized for man fighting, he itemized for man fighting the Viper, he itemized for man fighting the Bloodseeker. So if he suddenly gets nuked and suddenly gets gone uncoordinatedly with a ton of magic damage, there's not really a lot he can do. And Mirana 6 slot as well by now. Mongolz, especially the cores, are a bit behind on their side. They gotta keep money up for buyback as well if they don't want to lose the game. Mongolz getting tier 3 tower opens up the shrines to potentially just give them a little bit more gold in stocks. High ground. Pushed in now. Slow sieging it up from the lower ground. Rana getting stunned up by the Neeks, but too far back to really make anything happen. And Proxy now about to go down. He procs both his ultimates though. And Earth Spirit is gonna go down there. TNT in exchange for Proxy seems like a good trade, especially because Mongols are able to currently just push the enemy base.
Dire's top tower is falling.
Well, Nature's Prophet dropped. He was trying to just red dot it up. Our Yuka is gonna teleport out. Retribution, can he get away? Is trying to just walk out of there. Has a ton of movement speed after all, and is gonna be getting away here. So Team Alpha Red, they're now sitting at a 2k gold lead. And are significantly fed.
Do it with flair. Jackpot.
Retribution about to complete his Ethereal Blade. Wants to keep his buyback ready, so he can actually buy it. Once he passes the secret shop, he can just buy the Ethereal Blade, amplify all of that magic damage he's got going on for himself. Rana needs some money for buyback, and Monkey King needs basically just time. Yeah, he's got buyback ready now. Once Mirana got buyback too, I think Alpha Red want to fight here. Since then you can effectively just throw your life away for a couple of objectives, for maybe one huge kill. But it's still gonna be a hard fought battle. Blade Shadow committed. We're gonna see a gank, but there's nobody nearby. The closest target is Aryuka on the high ground.
Rock it on.
Red instead trying to go on the Bloodseeker in the top lane, who just got his Ethereal Blade done. Wrist snipe,
Radiant's
not
courier
bad.
has been killed.
At least worth the smoke gold. Gold is their least issue. But, you know, shutting down a big demon edge.
Salamene smiles upon me.
Alpha Red, they don't just willy-nilly run in, and that's a bit of their issue. Neeks, is he setting up for a counter courier snipe here with the Vendetta? He's just chilling in the Dire base, staying outside of Ancient Vision. I wish you could see in which radius the Ancient gives true sight, but you can't sadly. Next game after this, yep, guys, we still got 2 more best of 2s or 2-game series coming up straight after this one. It might have a bit delay actually, with both games going longer than an hour. Meanwhile, Proxy is get killed off there by BB on the Monkey King. But yeah, we still got plenty of Dota to go around today, despite a bit of a okay, wait. He's not gonna get the courier there, he's just gonna get out, and Alpha Red, they are looking for more. I mean, a nice juicy top lane disruptor kill might be enough to enable them to push in the base. After all, disruptor doesn't have buyback, but they don't know that on the side of Alpha Red. For all Alpha Red know, disruptor could still have buyback ready, and in that case, they just want to go and force that out. Assassin going on the Mirana. You're away a bit. Alpha Red continuing their old game plan of push Medirex, win game. But look at that! All of a sudden, everyone on the side of Mongolz hits like a truck. Viper getting stoned up. Earth Spirit continuing to roll. Viper now far out of position. Aryuka, can he get away somehow? Yes, he can. Easy with the Hurricane Pike there. Meanwhile, Mirana, man fighting it up against Retribution. It's gonna go down. Almost getting the Bloodseeker kill. Bloodseeker getting killed off by TNT there. TNT still making things happen. Meanwhile, Viper went down to PB on the Monkey King. They're still gonna commit to the fight here on the side of Alpha Red. They kinda have to. Now Viper's gonna come in as the Monkey ultimate wears out. Monkey King in a lot of trouble. Look at that damage. Bloodseeker nuking himself almost to death, but nuking the Monkey King down. TNT on the Earth Spirit is the last one still alive. It's gonna go down as well. And now Monkey King probably forced to be buying back here. Never mind. Also gonna go down. Another thing worth mentioning is one Medirex has been killed off down at the bottom lane by the Nature's Prophet ratting while the Disruptor died in the top lane. While Alpha Red were making their big rotation to push on in, and at this point it's just about finding holes, it's just about finding where you can engage and you can push. Already a 60-minute game. What are the teams? I think you're asking for the next game, chat.
For the twins.
Entity Gaming versus Genesis is up next. And after that we got another 2-game series between Team Phoenix and Team Alpha Red. So Alpha Red, they're gonna play twice today. We're currently at a schedule where most teams get 2 games with 2-hour break in between. Meanwhile, Team Mongolz just quickly killing off Shrine. And the gold's not nearly equaled out, but gold doesn't matter at this point. I mean, Monkey King got a casual refresher orb just in case, you know, you get a chance to get 2 ultimates off. Mirana still 6 slotted, fat as hell.
Out of my way!
Bloodseeker sitting at 300 something damage now, right kicking for a ton as well. He's just super fat. Gonna go for an Octarine Core last just to get a couple more stuff with the Ethereal plus Dagon combo. As for the Nature's Prophet, he's sitting at some significant farm as well, and it's gonna go Dagon now.
Haste.
62-minute game. Mongolz want to play some Dagon gaming. I mean, it is the best way of killing off the Monkey King efficiently. Disruptor trying to initiate on the Mirana there, and Mypro's just dead instantaneously. It's the Bloodseeker's nuke damage. 2 minutes without the Mirana now. No buyback available. X Assassin around the top lane. In comes Nature's Prophet to try and force a rotation back. Once again, it's so hard to capitalize off any kill you get at this point, which is one of the things I love in those super long series. I'm kind of disappointed that not a lot of teams play stuff like morphing anymore, which would scale so beautifully here. But this is still a really good game, and now Team Mongolz are gonna go and get a road kill. And here, guys, if you look at the gold grab, Mongolz, they have ahead, but failed to capitalize off their gold lead. Then Alpha Red all of a sudden turned the game around by pretty much having a 6-slotted Monkey King way too early. And all of a sudden, we've arrived at this point where Mongolz are being the aggressors. Don't have much time left to work with though. Mirana is about to come back. Within the next 40 seconds, Mongolz can however kill off Monkey King. It would be not quite game, but close to it, because Nature's Prophet got buyback still. Aryuka meanwhile just going for the range tracks. Monkey King ultimate is gonna come on out. Aryuka stunned up in the Monkey King ultimate, taking a top damage. Is gonna lose his Aegis there. Getting out of the Monkey King has second ultimate, just as Viper has second dive. In we go with the disrupt ultimate. Monkey King getting saved there by 4-step. Earth Spirit is gonna save Paul BB there. BB now going for the second ultimate. Not gonna get done with it. Meanwhile in the mid lane, Nature's Prophet pushing in. Just trying to get a lane of Rex done, but will not quite succeed. Instead now the Nature's Prophet is going to go down. Trying to teleport out desperately, but will not succeed. Disruptor gone as well, doesn't have anything left. Is going to die here. And I mean, that was a lot of pressure forced on the Rex. But we are 65 minutes into the game. At this point, buildings aren't tanky anymore. At this point, especially Team Alpha Red, with a super high DPS Monkey King and super high DPS Mirana. Once they get a chance to be hitting Rex, those Rex are just gonna melt like butter.
Then.
Okay, BB caught out, not gonna go down, so it's that proxy BKB, kills of Sandkey. Sandkey, not the biggest kill to get here, but every single one counts. Bloodseeker will manage to get out of there.
The assassin caste is reborn.
Buyback, but Alpha Red now going for a push, and like I just said, those buildings are going to melt under the fire of the Mirana. Meanwhile, Retribution caught out deep, getting stunned up here, getting maledicted up, and magnetized, everything being thrown at the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker now down for 2 minutes. Nature's Prophet meanwhile, can he really do a lot? Monkey King dangerously low health, but he's in a safe spot, also got buyback ready. Clockwork just gonna hookshot in there. Never mind, now trying to get out of there again. Will succeed, and Monkey King trying to initiate on the Nature's Prophet. It's just going to buy back. It's just going to try and man-fight this up, but look at Aryuka doing so much work here on the Viper. Viper now, however, getting gone up by everyone, and it's gonna go down in exchange for the Earth Spirit, but look at this. Now it's gonna be a 2 vs 3 fight, and as the Disruptor gets caught, this game could be ending really soon. Is there anything that Mongolz can do? Proxy's gonna go down. And Alpha Red, even with just the Monkey King, this tower is gonna melt. Mirana buying back at the same time as Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker killing off Witch Doctor there in the back. Witch Doctor buying back as well. Alpha Red, they're committed for finishing this game. Mirana trying to split push down the bottom lane to get Magus and finally try to finish this game, but they're not succeeding at that yet.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Illusion.
I'll take that.
And it looks like this game is gonna slow down once again. Well, the next one's already supposed to start, which isn't quite as enjoyable for me because I need coffee. Some of you might have still been awake yesterday night when the last game had to be rescheduled in the end after we waited for almost half an hour. I'm currently talking to the teams of the second best of 2 series while there's not a lot going on here. Sorry that's all a bit chaotic, guys. I'm trying to sort this out. I'm talking to somebody to take over some of the games for me.
Swifter than ever.
But due to last season's chaos, a lot of this season still
My
kind of
cat
messed up.
Thanks you.
So I'm not sure how long it will take to actually get this all organized and get everything going properly.
Rock it on.
Okay, we got Disrupt stunned up here, going to go down. No Disrupt ultimate for this fight. Monkey King looking for a good position to get his ultimate off. BB on the hunt and will find Aryuka here. Going to hit the Viper now, and Aryuka might be in a lot of trouble. Manages to cliff himself, get himself over the cliff with the stuff. However, Honey's still in pursuit for the Viper on the back line. Earth Spirit dangerously low. Meanwhile, this is some Alliance tier ratting from the Nature's Prophet, but it's not going to be enough to get the lane of Rax. Still, Alpha Red forced to go back to base. After that kill on the Disruptor, they can't force a good fight without the Disruptor ultimate or anything coming out. And I mean, Nature's Prophet, he hits buildings hard by now, but isn't going to give him a chance to go to work.
The seeds of fortune.
Jackpot.
Right now, in terms of Rax, there's an ever so slight favor going on between Mongolz, just because the mid lane is easier to push in than the top lane. It doesn't really matter at this point though, or at least it hardly matters. So it's really just like 1% better or something. Like if you compare the total, if one dead Rax is 100%, then this is like 1% better for Team Mongol. To give you guys a good idea of how little every single difference is. This game is super close. Viper going for his Satanic could enable him to finally man fight up properly against the Monkey King, since that's kind of what Mongols are lacking. They got everything they want. They got split push, they got super high DPS. Nature's Prophet meanwhile just gonna hit the shrine a couple of times there and then gonna blade out again, because this is scary. This is just so damn scary. We're gonna find, never mind, running into Mongolz here. Mongolz trying to go for a kill. They will start things off by going on the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor is dead for 2 minutes now, but it's just a Witch Doctor. Meanwhile, the arrow connecting on the Disruptor there, who wants to set up a good ultimate on the Monkey King, is going to go down again. No buyback available for anyone, so now we're playing for keepsies here. And Nature's Prophet pushing out the mid lane, forcing Alpha Red again to commit. Alpha Red would love to kill the Nature's Prophet up, and they might lose their Earth Spirit. They are gonna lose their Earth Spirit now. Monkey King coming on the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet should be going down here, doesn't have buyback up. He gets saved, at least temporarily, by the Ethereal Blade. Now Clockwork's gonna go down. Mirana dishing out a ton of damage, but not able to compete against 3 people, and Mirana's gonna go down as well. The last one alive is BB here, who has to run for his life, and this is huge. Nature's Prophet got back to base, heals himself up. BB now getting targeted, has the Monkey ultimate up, is gonna try and use that one to get a kill, but it's gonna miss. BB taking a good deal of damage now, forced to get away. Nature's Prophet still on the chase, still on the hunt. However, taking a lot of damage from BB here. BB, can he do it on his own? Is 7-slot Monkey King no Not against this much nuke damage. There's another toxin. Aryuka just finishing the game, and GG well played is being called after the second game takes more than an hour again. So we're gonna go to a really short break as the next game is about to come up immediately. Not really much of